come with me. Leave all of your things, yeah. You can stop at Gucci, stop at Louis V, yeah.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jamilla, but I go by Mauve. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back to my channel, y'all. We just hit 4K about 2 days ago, and I'm so excited. I actually hit it on my Surgiversary, the thing that I'm talking about in this video, so I'm really happy about that. That was a really big goal for me. I wanted to hit 4K for my 2-year post-op mark, and we did it. Oh God, my daughter's phone, like, why are you getting notifications? But if you're just joining us here, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You're gonna love it here. Join the fam, okay? I'm planning the biggest, and I mean the biggest 5K giveaway. Like, I'm starting it now. Like, I'm pulling together stuff. It's going to be like multiple chances to get something. The entries are not going to be like super hard. I just want you to tell me something that I'll be releasing once we get to that point. But I just want to show my gratitude to y'all for like really like showing up for me and like showing up for my channel. It didn't take long to get to this point at all, so I know it won't take long to get to 5K. And I want the content to continue to roll for y'all. I have so many new things coming, so remember to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Most importantly, subscribe. But before we get into the video, y'all, I wanted to give y'all a brief little update about my scent journey, okay? So this video was originally a get ready with me video, but I have to refilm it because some of the questions that were asked didn't make it into the other video because I didn't get notified about them. I don't know how. I get all of my notifications from YouTube, and when I made the post, I never got notifications that people asked questions, so I just figured that nobody asked questions from YouTube, and then I just went right to Facebook and Instagram and started answering those questions. Neglected the YouTube questions, and then when I put them in at the end of the video, it just didn't look right to me, and I'm a perfectionist. I didn't like the way it looked, so I'm just like, let me go ahead and refilm this video. But in that video, I was talking about Dossier, and if you don't know about Dossier, you should know about Dossier right now because I've been talking about Dossier for a couple of months. Dossier is a luxury-inspired fragrance company, and what they do is they make luxury-inspired scents for a fraction of the cost. And when I tell y'all a fraction, I mean a fraction. I believe their scents start at $29, so like, you can't beat that. There are literally so many scents that you can choose from, and you will not break the bank trying to get them, okay? I'm telling you, the fraction of the cost. Keep that in mind when you go to the website, okay? The quality is A1. The scents last all day. I get so many compliments about how I smell when I go out. And like, I wouldn't expect anything less. It just lasts all day. Like, I love how it lasts. It's not a little toilet thing. It's not like a little body mist or spray. It's a perfume. I'm in the process of learning more about scents and how they work together and layering scents and stuff like that. And it's so much easier doing it with Dossier because they don't cost that much. So like, if I am trying to do that with, luxury brands, I'm gonna have to wait to go get my next one, you know what I mean? But with this, I can get a bunch of them in bulk. I can see which ones work, which ones don't. They have all of the top notes at the top of the bottle, so you can see exactly what's in it. So I find that very beneficial, especially when you're trying to learn. So if you're interested in trying any of Dossier's fragrances, make sure you hit the link below. I will leave it there. It's a discounted link, so you'll get 10% off your purchase using my link. The code to use is more of Mauve 10, so make sure you type that code in if you're not following the link. Let me know what you tried. Let me know if you love them. I know you will. It's not an if, girl. You'll love them, okay? You'll love it there. And then come back to my next video and let me know which ones you got and let me know how you love them. Don't forget to save a coin and use that link below. So hopping right into the video, I don't want it to be long because y'all know your girl can talk and I'm a little long-winded, but I'm trying to make it shorter for y'all so that y'all can watch the whole thing and receive everything that I'm trying to tell y'all about VSG, or about my VSG journey specifically. So I do have my handy dandy iPad here because I wanted to go over a couple of things that I have found to be different from the beginning of my journey to now. The first one being the differences in like how I feel in my body. But first, I would like to maybe do like a brief little overview about my journey, just in case you're new here. I had VSG surgery on March 12th, 2020. I was 306 pounds at my highest weight. I believe my starting weight was around 296 or 294 or 296. That was after the pre-op diet. And then my lowest recorded weight is 125 pounds. I'm currently 135 pounds. I am fine with the weight gain though. Like, I'm not regaining in a crazy way. I have started to like incorporate carbs a little bit more in my diet, and I wanted to do that because I'm trying to not necessarily bulk up, but I do want to have a little bit, I want to be toned a little bit more definition in my shoulders and my chest. I still have like major collarbone, like, you can see the collarbone issue for me, and I want to look a little bit more defined and like toned up. So like, I have been eating more carbs, and that's fine with me. Y'all know, if y'all not new here, y'all know I was extremely low carb and high protein. So eating carbs is like, it's new to me, especially eating them daily, but I'm loving like the gains, and I'm about to get in the gym so I can tone it up. Okay, my boyfriend is going to be like, he's going to act as like my coach and trainer, and he's really good at that. So I'm happy for that. But yeah, I'm currently 135 pounds, and I'm okay with that weight. So one thing I really wanted to touch on is a lot of people want to know about like the eating differences. And I will say that I have found that I can eat a lot more 2 years post-op than I could at 1 year post-op. I don't necessarily think that it's a huge difference. I was starting to eat a little bit more at 1 year post-op, like I could see the difference, and I feel like gradually you just see the difference in how you eat, like year by year or even month by month sometimes. But I can eat a lot more than I could before. Like, I can finish, for the most part, finish the plate of food that I make for myself, and I still make smaller portions. Like, I don't put a whole bunch of food on my plate, but I can finish the portions that I put on my plate. You know, if I were to put 2 pieces of chicken on my plate right now, some string beans, and a little serving of rice, I could probably eat most of that food, if not all of it, being honest. I have started to have more of an appetite also. Before, I wasn't really finding myself hungry that much. I didn't really want to eat as much as I want to eat now. I feel like that kind of changed for me maybe at like the top of this year, because it wasn't like all last year that I felt this way. Around my first year mark, which was last year, March 12th, 2021, I wasn't eating so much more than I am now. Oh, well, than I am now, of course, but I wasn't eating so much more than I was in the beginning. I was still eating very small portions. I would still get full really fast. Now I find that I can eat, and then like maybe 30 minutes to an hour later, I'm just like, okay, what's to eat? Like, your girl be wanting to eat. And not that I eat bad things, but like I kind of have cravings for more than just like my low carb, high protein foods that I used to eat before. So like, that definitely has changed a little bit. And I'm okay with that. You know, like, I wanted to get into like some sort of like normal pattern of eating again. Not saying I wanted to eat all the things that I was eating before, because I really don't. Sometimes, like, I will say this too, like, my tastes have changed. Like, in food, I don't even like half of the things that I used to like. I would not touch certain things that I used to eat prior to VSG now. So like, my tastes have definitely changed, like in food. But I did want to be able to maybe go to a game night and eat wings or eat a slice of pizza. I still can't eat like all the bread in the pizza. Like, I'll start picking the cheese off of it, especially if it's Pizza Hut. I love Pizza Hut pizza, and I love cheese pizza from Pizza Hut. Extra cheese from Pizza Hut. Okay, getting off subject. But I did want to be able to do those things without getting sick, because that was a thing. Like, me overeating or eating too much of something, I would get sick, or I would chance, you know, getting dumping syndrome, and nobody likes that. As far as changes in my body, I did do a loose skin video, and I'll link that below just so y'all can like watch that and see what my body looks like. The loose skin is still there. I still do plan on getting it removed. That's still in the works. I haven't decided on when I'm going to do it. That part is not important. The only thing that is important to me is that I've decided that I am going to do it. I didn't come this far to stop now. I want to be 100% satisfied with what I look like, naked, in clothes, you know, whatever. I feel like I deserve that. You know, I worked hard for that. So I am going to have my skin removed. But as far as body changes, otherwise, like internally, like, my body's still making a whole bunch of noises when I eat. I still bloat when I eat you know, a lot, or not a lot, but when I eat, I still bloat. I do not, I don't really see a difference in that, but yeah, I noticed that was like one of the questions that was like not really like deserving of like a really long answer, because somebody did want to know like if the noises stopped, and girl, no, they don't stop. They don't stop. So currently, I'm just focused, like I said, on eating more carbs, on toning up and getting stronger, incorporating a lot of different foods into my diet, because it's not just like the carbs. Like, I want to be able to eat different vegetables too, because like I feel like I kind of got stuck in eating like broccoli, and it was like mostly broccoli really, spinach and stuff like that. But I kind of want to branch off and like try different vegetables and try different rice and stuff like that. I had basmati rice for like the first time a couple of days ago, and I'm just like, this is good. So like I'm kind of trying to like build up my diet a little bit more and like different. So like I'm trying new recipes. I found this really good recipe for roasted potatoes. So I'm trying to like expand what I eat now, and also expand what I do in the gym, as far as exercising for toning, and just kind of like accepting the body that I have for now, because that's also been an issue. Like I know I talked about body dysmorphia before, and it's real. So like if you find yourself being like unhappy with what you look like, I'm not going to say it's okay, but don't pick yourself apart about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to not be exactly where you want to be, as long as you're like trying to get to that place that you want to be. You know what I mean? So my current journey is just expanding what I do in the gym, expanding my diet and my food palette, and just loving on myself and accepting myself, and, you know, trying to be a better me overall. So diving right into the Q&A part, I did receive a couple of questions, and of course a couple of them were repeats. I do have my handy dandy iPad here where I wrote all the questions down. So getting into the first one, it says, at what point did you slow down? How have you maintained your weight loss? So I don't think that I ever really slowed down, or maybe it was just like my natural cutoff, I guess, because like I don't think that I would have wanted to go under 125 pounds. I think that when I switched up my diet is when like my weight started changing, but I don't think that I had like a slow down point. Throughout last year, I think I kind of went from I think at the lowest maybe I could have been like 123, but that was like me just still continuing to have that weight loss diet and not like a maintenance diet, which is why I kind of switched it up late last year into like this year of like trying to expand my diet a little bit more. But I feel like I didn't have like a slow down point at all. Like my weight loss was kind of rapid and it was a little extreme. Like if you're not new here, then you know that, and you've seen like the decline if you follow me on social media also. I don't really post a lot of my before and after pictures anymore on social media, because I got kind of fed up with like the fake pages and the keto pages and the pages that wanted people to buy stuff. They would just take my pictures and use them. I tried the whole watermarking thing, and like they would still take them and use them and like put things over them. Like these people are ruthless and they really don't care. And like I feel like if you guys wanted to know about my journey, you would just come here, chit chat with me, you know, kiki it up. And that's what y'all have been doing. So like I'm grateful for that. I have a video where I posted some before and afters though, so you know, go to my VSG playlist. That's going to be down in the description as well. If you want to see some before and afters, just go to that playlist and watch a couple of those videos. I'm sure I have before and afters in like all of those videos, so you can pretty much see what I look like then and what I look like now. As far as maintaining my weight loss, I just didn't defer much from what I was doing in the beginning. Like I was extremely low carb, high protein. I did that for so long. And like, even when I was trying to figure out how to like, you know, go into like the gains phase, I'm just like, okay, maybe I should do, you know, more of this or, you know, less of that. But I still had like I still had that mindset of not overindulging. Like I never overindulge in anything. I try not to anyway. I'm really good at discipline and like telling myself when I've had enough. I will get up and throw a plate of food in the trash, or I will give it to somebody, or, you know, I'm not like, oh, I gotta finish all the food. Sometimes it is a little bit defeating. Like I do feel defeated when I can't finish something, especially if it's really good. I feel like we all have that. because food is good. Like, we're not going to lie here and say that food ain't everything. If it's good food, it's good. It's everything. But I'm really good at disciplining myself in what I eat. I was very disciplined in my exercise habits as well. So I feel like if you keep those two things up, you can't not maintain your weight loss. So the next question is, were there times when it felt like your body was breaking down, exhaustion, eye bags? I feel like the only time I felt like that was when I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. And there was a period of time where I wasn't taking my vitamins like I should have. I wasn't drinking water like I should have been. I wasn't getting my protein in. I just wasn't doing all the things that I was doing in the beginning. And even though I wasn't gaining weight at that point, I was still eating the same. I was still low carb, high protein. I would still try to drink water with like sugar-free beverage, Crystal Light packets and stuff like that. But like, I really wasn't doing what I should have. And that's the only time that I really think that I felt weak and like exhausted all the time. And because I think that I just was like malnourished and I was vitamin deficient. So that's the only time I felt like that. With the eye bags, I feel like since my face got smaller, my eye bags just protrude a little bit more. I've always had them. I remember being bigger and I had them, but my cheeks were a lot bigger. My face was a lot bigger. So like, they maybe didn't stick out that much, but once your face is slim, like everything is just like visible. So I feel like my eye bags came out when my, face fat went away. So it's kind of like inevitable, I feel. So the next question is, when did you start taking TLC products? I started taking TLC products, maybe it had to be in like the 4 to 6 month post-op point. I started with just taking the vitamin because I was always terrible at taking vitamins. That's another update. I kind of just got over it, y'all. I kind of just take my vitamins now. I know I was talking about vitamins sucking, like I just could not get with them. And I still can't. I still hate taking my vitamins, but now I just suck it up and take them. I mean, it is what it is. We're not always going to love everything that we have to do to stay healthy. But we got to do it. We're not doing it because it's, it tastes good or because we just feel like doing it. We're doing it for the benefits of it. But I started with taking the NutriBurst for my vitamins, and I may go back to that because it was pretty easy. I just took 2 capfuls a day, as opposed to 1, so that I could make sure I was getting all of my vitamins. And then I started taking the Iaso tea as well, just to regularly detox and like have myself be regular. I did find that post-op, being regular wasn't so regular because maybe I was eating less or I was eating, different things. So like I wasn't really going to the bathroom as regular as other people were, or maybe as regular as I used to. So using the detox kind of helped me a lot, and it kind of helped me like over stalls or like just periods where I felt like the scale wasn't moving when I was in my weight loss phase. It helped me out a lot then too. So the next question is, do you experience difficulty with food going down? Is it uncomfortable at all after 2 years? No, I feel like the only time I would experience discomfort is when I'm eating too fast. And I feel like that would be with anybody, but I don't have discomfort with like swallowing food or anything like that. In the beginning, I felt like it kind of just sat right here in my chest, like it just wouldn't move. But I don't have those issues anymore. I feel like the only time it's uncomfortable is when I'm like eating too fast and I'm doing something. Sometimes I will do that. If I'm doing something, I'm trying to hurry up and eat, I will like eat too fast and it will upset my stomach. But other than that, no, I don't have difficulty with eating food. So the next question is, can you eat normally now, but in smaller quantities? Pizza, soda, chocolates. I don't really eat those things on a daily basis. I don't really want to eat those things on a daily basis, honestly. But I feel like I could in smaller portions. Dumping syndrome is still very real though. So like, it has to be in like a very small portion for me to eat it, because I will dump, and that's not a good feeling. I don't want to be dumping because I'm trying to eat, the wrong foods. I can eat a piece of chocolate and I won't feel anything. I can eat a slice of pizza, or I'll try to finish a slice of pizza. Bread is still kind of tricky for me. If I'm eating something with bread, then like I'll just end up taking the stuff off the bread after a certain point. Because it fills me up too much. Bread expands in your stomach. It's not really something that I would like eat on a daily basis. But I can eat pretty much whatever I want. But some things still affect you differently. They'll affect you if it's too much sugar, or if it's too much fat, like too much grease in the food. Like, you still want to monitor what you're eating. Even if it is in a small portion, sometimes it might just be like that one little thing that makes you dump or makes you have like a tummy ache or something like that. Like their sleeve is kind of sensitive, and maybe that's just me. I mean, I am 2 years out, but like I'm only 2 years out, so maybe I need to get a little further to be able to eat, you know, more of the like greasy or sugary or cheesy or whatever foods. But sometimes they still do affect me, so I can eat whatever I want, but like they still get me down sometimes. So the next question is, can you talk about how sleeping was in the first couple of weeks? I figure it would be uncomfortable, but nobody talks about it. In the first couple of weeks after surgery, the only thing that was uncomfortable for me was my incision pain. I didn't really feel anything internally. I feel like a lot of people, not saying that that's how you felt, lovely lady who asked this question, but a lot of people feel like you can feel things internally that are different, and you can't. Like, you don't feel your stomach really now, so you don't really feel it then either. The only thing that I experienced was like pain in my incisions, but other than that, I kind of slept normal. Turning the wrong way might have made me, you know, wince or something like that in the first couple of weeks, but after that I was pretty much fine with sleeping. It was just the pain from my incisions not being healed yet. So the next question is, how did you explain VSG restrictions and how you eat when you started dating? Girl, I just came out and told him. And like some people that like I was talking to or whoever, like most of them clearly didn't make the cut. I keep tugging at this headband because I just feel like it's so loose. And y'all, this hair is like the worst. I'm about to start doing hair reviews because this company need to know about this, okay? I'm not at all satisfied. But I feel like it's just easier to come out and tell them. If they follow you on social media and you post about your journey, then that would also be like an easier, you know, transition into, oh, hey, I saw that you lost weight, or I saw, you know, you have a weight loss journey or whatever. Could you tell me more about it? People who have like talked to me or whatever, they have seen my Instagram, so it wasn't something that had to be discussed. My current boyfriends, and I haven't had a boyfriend post-op. Well, y'all know that I was in a relationship when I had VSG, and then that relationship ended, and this is my first boyfriend since then. I explained it to him, you know, exactly what it was. How I eat differently, how it's in smaller quantities. You know, I had to explain dumping syndrome to him like the other day, because magically, like out of nowhere, after forever, I started dumping like out of nowhere. But I explained that to him, and it was just so simple. So I feel like the simpler you put it, because it is our regular life, it's our day-to-day life. So like explain it how you would explain, you know, how you walk down the street, because that's just a part of your life now. Hopefully they'll be okay with it. Hopefully they won't be ignorant, because there are some like extremely ignorant and like rude responses to weight loss surgery and like VSG or whatever. But girl, just be real about it. I'm a jokester. I like to joke about stuff. Like I might just tell them about to order something off the kids menu or something like that. Like I'm corny, so I have to say stuff like that. But yeah, just be as open and as honest about it as possible. So the next question is, do you still wait 30 minutes to drink after you eat? I'm assuming that's what it is. No, I do not wait 30 minutes after I've eaten something to drink something, okay? I kind of stopped doing that earlier than now, because it just worked for me. It doesn't work for everybody. Don't try it if you're one to like get extremely full really fast. You might be one that needs to wait the full 30 minutes in order to drink something. It's not for everybody. I didn't need the full 30 minutes. Like I would probably wait a good like 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll start sipping stuff. And I feel like maybe that's what like built up my tolerance to be able to like eat and drink at the same time now, because like I can eat something and then take a sip after that now. Like it doesn't hurt me anymore to do that. It did in the beginning, but like I said, I feel like I kind of built up a tolerance. Maybe I was impatient, or maybe I was just thirsty. You know, I'm kind of used to eating and drinking at the same time, so that was something that I kind of maybe didn't want to get used to, and maybe I just didn't. But follow your doctor's orders for as long as you feel comfortable. Like everything I say today or have said today has been like my personal experience. I wouldn't advise you do anything that I've done unless you talk to your doctor about it first. So that is it for all the questions that were pertaining to like an update on like how I am now post-op. I did get a lot of questions about like beginning journey stuff, or like when I started working out, what I started, like how I started working out, and like what I did to prepare for surgery. And I have a bunch of videos about my journey, especially like last year and the year before that. I have some videos about that, and they're in the VSG playlist that I'm going to link below, so check those out. I didn't want to have this video be too long and talk about like things that I already talked about. It was kind of just like an update video for y'all to know how I am now, so make sure you hit that VSG playlist. I have a bunch of gems in there. My what I eat in a day playlist, I think it only has like 2 videos in it, but I have another one coming this week, so stay tuned for that. And it's like with a lot of the things that I'm eating now, like my current diet. Before, everything was like low carb, high protein meals, and now it's just like what I'm eating on a daily basis now. So it's not really like a strict diet. It'll just give you more of an insight of how I eat now. So y'all, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so upset that I had to refilm it because the other one was so cute. It was a get ready with me. Like, I will insert a clip of what those videos were looking like, because I was like curling my hair and everything. Like, I still had like the videos that I was editing and everything, but like, I don't like it to not be like cohesive. And I knew I only had a little bit of questions. I'm just like, why don't I have as many questions as I thought I would? But that's because they were on YouTube and not on Instagram. So I'm gonna have to figure out that notification process and why I wasn't getting them. But once again, I really appreciate y'all. 4K and beyond. I really love y'all. I'm planning the biggest 5K giveaway ever. So like, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe before you leave. Let me know any videos that you would like me to make in the comment section. Like, let's talk. I do love to talk to y'all in the comments. Make sure you're following me on Instagram if you're not already, at More of Mauve. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and edit this video so I can put it out, okay? Because it's a day and a half late. And I don't like that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and edit. Thank y'all so much for coming back to my channel, and I'll see y'all in the next video.